As your little girl grows up, it seems like no guy will ever be good enough for her.
I'm very excited for you to meet my boyfriend.
But sooner or later...
This is his house?
Are you sure this isn't an Apple store or something?
It's time for you to meet the love of her life.
Motherfucking Flemings are in the house! Yes!
Oh my God.
Get up here!
Please, please, please.
Family, baby. Fuck yeah!
This is the first serious boyfriend? Yeah. I remember being that age, don't you? Just always ready.
Hello, everybody. What the flick? We are here to review the new all-time holiday comedy classic, Why Him? Don't quote me on that. I'm William Bibiani. This is Alonso Duralde, Christy Lemire. They saw the movie. I didn't, so I get to introduce it and then get out of the way. Christy, take us in.
And they showed it to us on the Fox lot, at the big theater at the Fox lot, where they show like big spectacle movies like X-Men movies, thinking that like maybe just the enormity of it all, the laughter would come rolling across the audience. We would all think it was hilarious through sheer osmosis. Not so much. So, Bryan Cranston is kind of uptight and inflexible Midwestern dad who loves his daughter dearly, played by Zoe Deutsch. She's a senior at Stanford. And so he and his wife, played by Megan Mullally, and their son, their teenage son, played by Griffin Gluck.
Yes, from middle school.
Thank you. They go visit Zoe Deutsch at Stanford to meet her boyfriend, and they don't realize that A, he is 10 years older than she is, and B, he is this crazy tech bazillionaire played by James Franco. And James Franco is like puppyish and overeager and inappropriate and profane and wants desperately to impress them, but especially the dad, because it's all about the men fighting over the woman who has no thoughts for herself, no agency, a word we're fond of around here, and it is basically the same joke over and over again, hammering you over the head. Take a look.
You could be dating anyone. Why Laird?
He makes me really happy.
Oh, I think it's going great. I think they've already accepted me.
I'm getting a little bit of a different vibe.
That kid is wrapping his tentacles around every member of this family.
You even got a tattoo with his name on it.
Oh, no, that is so cute.
You are not the guy we want our daughter marrying.
You want to play with me?
You are going down.
You really hurt my feelings, so I bought your company. Game over.
Everybody, calm down.
I think you might be insane.
I am. Insanely in love with your daughter.
I haven't seen it, but that trailer is the antidote to comedy. Have you noticed that? Like, there's no laughter in that at all. It hurts.
Well, there's a lot of Fockers alums involved here.
Oh, then we're
director
doomed.
wrote some of the most
John
movies.
Hamburg wrote the Fokker movies and the Zoolander movies.
Yes.
He directed Along Came Polly, John Hamburg.
And so naturally, this is Ben Stiller's production company making this movie. So you can get the idea, okay, well, the Fockers worked. This time, we'll make the father-in-law uptight and the son-in-law loose cannon and go.
Yeah.
And it's not funny. It's not funny. And you know, you Cranston and even James Franco are so much better than this material. You can feel them trying to wring something out of it, and it's just such garbage.
Right.
It's there's not a moment of sort of just believable humanity from either side. I didn't believe the sort of, you know, uptight Midwestern, you know, guy with a failing business because he's still putting things on paper, you know, dude. And named Ned, which is such a lazy screenwriter, like, oh, clueless Midwestern guy, his name is Ned, his wife is Barb.
Right, well, from the very beginning, the first scene takes place at Applebee's. There's like this really facile condescension to like, the Midwest is so lame.
But then it's equally condescending to like tech billionaires. Like, you know, the Franco character is such a cartoon and so absurd that I didn't buy him for a second either. So
I have one question.
Shoot.
Is this one of the billion like contemporary crappy comedies that begins with a 1990s song and like someone singing along to it?
Oh,
is it like you hear the opening strains of like
but
Alanis Morissette?
there is a running gag about passe music that Ned and Barb love.
Yes.
that culminates in one of the most horrifying cameos I've ever seen in a movie in my life.
Yeah.
And the musical cue is like a shorthand to suggest that once at some point in time in Ned's life he was fun.
Right.
And he was spontaneous. And so it's all this raunchy, ridiculous, like one-note crash raunchy humor. And then, as so many R-rated comedies do, it goes nicey nice and soft at the end. And like wants us all to love these people because they're
goopy
adorable.
center, yeah.
Because the dad and the son are so different after all.
No.
They're both adorable in their authenticity.
I will give Why Him this. Megan Mullally is hilarious, and she makes the most
some
out of a
moments.
thankless role as Mrs. Bryan Cranston. I like Keegan-Michael Key
Yes, me
as
too.
the sort of loony kind of man Friday, runs the household for James Franco. He's even doing this weird sort of indefinable Eastern European accent like somebody out of My Man Godfrey or
It
something.
fluctuates, which is part of the joke.
Yeah,
The
it's like
accent keeps changing.
The kind of role that like Misha Auer would have played in a screwball comedy in the 1930s. That's kind of fun. But just for the most part, yeah, this movie tries so hard to be profane, and it's not very good at it. And then it wants to be sentimental and warm, and it's not good at that either. Yeah, it's a waste of time.
Yeah, and the thing with the Keegan-Michael Key character is that he is, at times, he's Kato, right?
Right.
At times, he will leap out of nowhere and attack James Franco to keep him on his toes and help him hone his parkour skills. And so just doing that alone might have been a funny idea, but then the Bryan Cranston character has to go, oh, you're like Kato, to spell out to us the joke that we are seeing, because jokes are way funnier when you have jokes explained.
I think the people who would need that joke explained to them probably haven't seen the Pink Panther movie.
That's what the joke is supposed to be, is that neither Franco nor Key know those movies or get the reference. And it's like, okay, there's maybe a joke in there, but then that scene goes on for like minutes.
That's funny.
And it's
It's based off a premise that confuses me. Does anyone actually ask for a father's blessing anymore? Isn't it at the most like a gesture that means nothing?
Tattooed internet billionaires do, apparently.
In our patriarchal society, this is all that matters. Yeah, so what Zoe Deutsch thinks really doesn't matter, and then Megan Mullally thinks really doesn't matter, because no one's trying to win her approval. What she thinks is irrelevant. It's all the dad.
Late in the film, the movie tries to actually point out the fact that these guys have been like butting penises over this and not paying attention to Zoe Deutsch. And I'm like, no, movie, you're doing it too. You don't get to pretend like that you were in on this all along.
No, and there's one kind of vaguely amusing idea where Kaylee Cuoco is the voice of this kind of ubiquitous Siri like in-house fixture that is totally intrusive and like this sort of a Greek chorus commenting on the action. But the thing is, like, that's not that far off. So I wasn't even like, that's not even like an out there wacky funny idea.
I have an Amazon Echo. It just does that.
We all have Alexa, right?
Yeah, whatever it is.
So, this is the same joke over and over and over again. We have really talented actors that are pushed to extremes, hemmed in these one-note characters. And
to quote Morrissey, that joke wasn't funny the first time.
Yes, and it's nearly 2 hours long.
Oh. Yes.
It's like
because comedy.
It's an hour and 51 minutes. Were there wacky outtakes during the credits? I don't remember.
You'd think. Maybe. I think I was too busy running to the lobby by that point. I don't even know.
So this is like worst of list potential for me. I'm still crafting my worst of list, which will contain Collateral Beauty, of course.
Yeah, I had to do mine pre-Collateral Beauty, unfortunately. But
can you do can you do a right through like we used to do on The Wire, a right through?
I might. And this one is pretty terrible, but like it's not even interesting enough to be one of the worst films. Like somebody asked me why 9 Lives wasn't on my list. I'm like, 9 Lives that had like some occasional moments where you thought this might turn into something interesting. And this one, every so often you get like Megan Mullally, or you get like there's this party scene with other web types that are played by Andrew Rannells and Casey Wilson and Adam Devine. It's like, okay, wait, don't leave. You were kind of funny for a second.
There's a big difference between really bad and wanting to kill yourself bad.
Yes.
And I think when you see as many movies as we do, we tend to lean towards want to kill yourself bad. Like I'd rather gouge out my eyes.
There are levels to be had here.
But I view it also in terms of like what could have been. And when something really could have been good and is terrible, then it's worse.
It's a mammoth waste of talent.
That's how I view it. And also, I don't think 9 Lives is worst ofable. I had a good time at 9 Lives. So my number here is a 2.
2.5, but yeah, don't bother.
Our number is a 2.3. Bafflingly, this is at 42% on the tomato meter. Who are you people that are giving this thing a pass? I don't get it. Anyway,
it's the spirit of Christmas generosity, apparently.
Oh yeah, it's also a Christmas movie.
Oh yes,
it's a Christmas movie.
Yes, it is.
Real fast. I know this might be a spoiler. Do they ever actually explain why him?
No. That's for you to
not really,
decide.
No.
Oh, that's too bad.
Bye.